Hello, everybody. Welcome to another episode of Sewing on Wheels. I'm Ellen, and today I am just sewing on some half square triangles that I'm making a quilt with. And it goes a little something like this. See the pink and the lime green? Yeah, this is only just one of the squares, so let's continue on. I start cutting these blocks for the half square triangles from the 10-inch square blocks that I have shown the fabric cut by the Hercules with the Hercules, okay? And yeah, this is the design I chosen to put together as the quilt. And I haven't decided on the design for quilting, but more likely, more likely it would be um, I don't know. I'm thinking maybe some wishbone or even trying some ribbon candy. Something I can just take my time with and enjoy. And it's coming along quite nicely. I have a few blocks already done right next to me. And let me show you one. Oh, I have one here. It's gonna come out something like this. And I'm calling it birds of a feather, as in flying geese. All right. I'm gonna continue to make them and trying to see how far can I get between now and a little time. It's interesting how you can learn to sew in small spaces. And I'm doing so in regards of living in a camper. Mhm. Y'all in a good view of what I'm doing here. And this is the fifth strip that makes the block. Now I have to plug in my iron. Oh, for Pete's sakes. Why didn't Pete tell me I had to plug in my iron? Get it all nice and warm here. And it has enough water in it for my steaming. I love the steam iron. And I'm just enjoying the process because there are going to be days when it's going to be too cold to exit the house or the camper. And I want to be able to find my own little happy niche, like sit down and sew. So. That's all I want to do. So, Sister So and so. Yeah. Mhm. Get it all pressed out where there's no puckles. Puckers are bad. We don't want no puckers. Clothing they can go in and work nice. The quilts, they are forbidden. Do not enter. I'm gonna have to turn this way to really get this going in the right direction. Yay. Got it. Anyway, here we go. Sister Sun. I'm just gonna lay it up here. That's 3, 4, 4, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I have 10 blocks done. 10. I have 10 blocks done, completed so far. And I have another one of these to put together. So I'm going to lay it out first. 3, 4, and I need one more strip to have enough to complete this. Mhm. I have 10 completed, and I think I have about 10 more to go. Ish! Oh, excuse me, y'all. My sinuses is acting up. I'm about halfway there, y'all. When I say I'm about halfway there, I'm talking about with the 20 quilt blocks I'm doing like this. And I really am going to have to see will I need 20 more. But I will be sewing till I get this project completed. This one I might turn it into a special quilt, not per se for someone special. It just I want to make it in a special way. And I'm not sure is it going to be easy or is it going to be complicated. So there you go. And I'm not worried about the little wonkiness you see here in this blocks with this curvedness because I am going to square it up. Yes, I'm going to square it up. I have so many new tools now, y'all. I am excited. I'm so happy. It just inspired me to sew even more. Cause I was feeling down and out there, y'all. I was kind of, you know, accepting things as they were. And for this here to have happened to me, it makes a world of difference, I tell you. A little bit kindness go a long, long way. Long way. So I tell you, kindness definitely score you some brownie points. Yes, it does. And this pink is popping, but the thing is, I can see it, and I know y'all can see the pink in this too. But the whole quilt is not just these colors. And I'm gonna show it to y'all in a minute here. But y'all might have seen it in one of the other ones. All right, I'm gonna hit it with a little heat first. Get these things laying down. Mm. Now I have to make another row. But can y'all see that pink in this block? The pink with the lime green and a little brown, which is like, it's pretty to me. That pink, white, and brown is popping, banging. So I need another row of this. I'm gonna lay that to the side and I'm gonna go ahead and do my row that I will be attaching to this. And I must tell y'all, this infection I've been dealing with, y'all, is back once again. Back once again. But that's alright. Just cause it's back, we ain't gonna let it stop me. Mm. Excuse me. Mm. Trying to get out the camera, but I do have a little something here I can drink. And let's get this continue on. I need 5 in all. And I'm gonna finger press this thing down. Small. Mm. These do take a little time to make and put together. I tell you, it ain't no fly by the seat of your pants. No, no, no. You gotta take your time, get it done. And I need one more. Cutting these out and getting them cut to the right size. Now that's the work. All right. All right. Time to add this last side on. I didn't cut that dog tail on that block somewhere down the line, but it's all right. It lets me know. I worked on these until I was so tired. It just reminds me I'm human. Sometimes you gotta take a break. But when you rest up, please remember to go back and finish your work. My problem, I couldn't remember to go back and finish it. And that's how I got that extra. All right. Got it done. Now I'm going to hit it with a little heat. This will be block 11. I don't know how some of my blocks are out of whack like they are, but they're made from the same template. And that's all right. It will get shaken up. Okay, so now I sewed some of these. I've been sewing so much I forgot what I sewed together. I don't have enough to make I'm gonna mix these two since they kinda don't have a lot of each one of them. Don't have a lot. But I made them and I thought maybe it'd give a scrappy look. And more likely it will. As long as all these birds go in the same direction. And I'm calling them birds. All right. That's one. Same kind. Let's see. Hmm. This would be block 12. And I'm definitely put two on this one. Well, yeah, maybe I should have separated. I need to then leave this place, walk and go to the gas station and get me a phone charger. And all right, there's another. I'm gonna get them laid out and now the thing I want to do here is I'm going to, that's not it, that's it. Add one to this end of the block. I have enough over here to probably make another pink and lime. But when I'm done, I'm supposed to have at least 20 of these blocks. And if 20 is not going to be enough, then I can pull out and make 20 more. Mhm. I had a conversation with one of my daughters, y'all, and it was about me purchasing a Class A camper. And my daughter said, Mama, I guess you finna go get Class A license. And I said, No, you gonna go get them. And she said, Ma, look like you about to go get you some license. And I said, you know what? I'm not finna sit here and argue with you, girl. You know how we do as parents. I'm not finna argue with you. If you don't want to drive me around, then fine. How about have your blind mama drive herself in a big old bus? My daughter, she keep me laughing. She keeps me laughing. And I really like that about her. It could have easily turned into an argument, but it didn't. We were laughing. She said, Why you want that for anyway, Mama? I said, So I can travel. These folk forcing me to move back to the dirty South. And I don't want to be down there by myself. And I'm telling the truth. I don't want to be by myself down there. But I can do it if push come to a shove. It's like it ain't something I've done before. It's just I'm at the point where I want to travel now. And it's gonna be kind of expensive doing traveling and stuff. So I want to be able to stop, stay a month if I want to. You know, and that's a part of that. You know, stepping out, doing what you gotta do to enjoy life. All right, I almost got another block lined up here. I need one more. I need one more. One more, one more. Uh oh. One more, one more. I have to make sure my little birdie part, that's called it, lines up. And every block counts. It really do. But I don't know if 20 of these gonna be enough for a large quilt. And it gonna be okay. because just like I made these 20, I can make 20 more. I do have some orphan blocks somewhere that I want to incorporate into a quilt, but it's not a bad thing to have a lot of orphan blocks as well. No, it's not. Not a bad thing at all. So I'm gonna hit these with the iron to kind of lay them out a little bit. Mhm. Mhm. Work nice. All right. So I have a few more of these here left. That I sewn together. And now I'm gonna start with my putting it together. Y'all know how long it can take somebody to make half square triangle? Yeah, it could take quite some time. So I'm going for the method that you can use to create it in a record speed time. There are some more methods I used to use back in the days because I used to make a lot of pinwheels and windmills and um, it, them kind of quilts, and I loved it. Back then, I was using 8-inch blocks, sewing them together and cut all my pieces out. But now I decided a 10-inch box, I can get 16 instead of just 8 out of a block. hmm And the more tops I feel like I can get done during my hibernation season, I call it, I can quilt. Just quilt them up. And when I call quilt them up, I call that practice time. But you always know that you want it nice enough that somebody else will want it too. And I always been told practice makes perfect. Mm. All right. Keep adding. Keep adding. Mm. I'm trying to make sure my seams are nesting too, y'all. It's important that they nest. Mm-hmm. What? Okay, let me start. back there somewhere. And I don't want to pull it, have it all stretchy. But cotton fabric don't really supposed to stretch. But when you cut them, certain ways you cut them, they get those bias edge and these, these stretches. And sometimes I feel like I'm working against time or something. Mhm. When I put them together, they just lay nicely like they supposed to go. I got this draining. Ooh, well, gotta be squared up. And I think I like this. Ooh, I like this. Beautiful color, isn't it? Can y'all see that closer? Kind of beautiful. Very beautiful. The green, the yellowish, and the batik showing out, showing up. Mm, I like it. So let me switch my stack. See, I got them cut and stacked here. And I'm gonna go for some of these with that lime green. Which one I want to be the bird? I didn't even lay that right. There you go. Now I can put my birds together. That's 12. This will be block number 13. 13. I still have a few blocks I need to sew and work on. hmm But let's see. I remember when my mama used to do all this. At the time, I was small and young and didn't really understand the processing of quilting. But I used to help my mom make quilt tops and stuff like that. Even when I got married and grown and left home, I was still sewing. And I'd be taking my mom back some quilt tops I made, or I just make the whole quilt and say, I made these for you. And she said, oh, they so pretty. You sure you don't want to keep them? I said, no, ma'am. At that time, I was buying comforters and stuff. Now, when I see pictures of quilts I done made and gave away, I be like, oh, I made that. I did that. Just sometimes reminding myself how nice it is to help somebody in need. Hmm. Everybody's not a helper. Especially if they want to help you and talk about it, or help you and shove a camera in your face. Like, oh, this is what I'm doing. That's not helping you. That's them helping themselves. Some people might not view it that way, but that's exactly what that is. I'm gonna have to get my butt up and go to urgent care. And I'm gonna have to figure that out. And there isn't a better way to do it but just get up and go. So I'm gonna make this video here. And I'm not gonna edit, but I'm gonna get up and go because I think things are about to get real, real with me. And I ain't trying to be on my back sick in the bed for a week. If I can catch it early, that's my goal. Now I can't walk like I used to, but this is getting serious. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. If I have to walk, then I'm gonna do what I gotta do. I might have to take the roller with me, take a break, you know. One more. Mm. Y'all know, I'm gonna stop this video. I'm gonna end it right here. I know it's not very long. I don't know. Let me see. I need to end this and get out here and catch me a ride. They got the access bus. I should be able to get the access bus to pick me up. It's like a community street bus for the disabled and the handicapped. So I need to go to the doctor. think I know what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna get somebody to just drop me off. I know I'm thinking out loud. But these blocks is so cute. And I'm using quarter inch, quarter of an inch seam allowance. I'll be live on Campbell's Creation, Stitches 300 at 1 o'clock, and hopefully I can go to the doctor and get back for one. But if I don't, I still be live later on. Just look for me over there then. And oh my goodness, I have a stack of these to do that I can go through. And I need 2 more rows. When I come back, I'm probably gonna have to wind some bobbin. Yeah, my bobbin gonna be dinging out shortly. And I'm sewing them one by one. I know I'm gonna just run them all through the two at a time. And then I have two and two, and I add one to give me the 5 I need. But I'm finding some kind of peace out of doing them one by one. But if I'm gonna make this work, I'm supposed to have made some phone calls, and I have not. They got my appointment schedule out to, I'm thinking October for my insulin pump. And that's a long time, y'all. And I'm trying my best to regulate this diabetes. I dropped a meal and I still eat something. I turn it into, instead of eating something that gonna spike my sugar, I turn it into a snack, like it's breakfast for me, but it's more like a nuttery. Um, I eat nuts or yogurt with nuts or something like that. Do some yogurt and some nuts. And I like peanuts, I like walnuts, and I like pecans. I will eat pistachio nut, but they're not my favorite. I even eat sunflower seeds. I love sunflower seeds. And the reason why I'm changing it and doing that, because I'm trying to control this diabetes. And then around lunchtime, noontime to 1 o'clock, I have a meal. And sometimes that meal just have to be a good, decent meal. But if I choose to eat a sandwich And then if I eat fries, I got to be mindful that those French fries are starch based. They would turn into sugar, all of it. And then the bread on the sandwich is starch. It'll turn into sugar. Unless and I can change the bread I use, but a lot of time when you change the bread you use and go to something like wheat bread, flat bread, or rye bread, stuff like that, that can give you irritable bowel syndrome. So you have to be mindful and keep all that stuff in mind. Um, maybe ease into it, like one slice of regular bread, white bread, and one slice of wheat bread, but you ease yourself into it. That way, the wheat bread going to give your body a little bit more fulfillment, and the white bread gonna digest and turn into the starch and sugar. And just that one slice of bread might spike your sugar, so you have to be very careful and be mindful that it will spike it. Look up all your carbohydrates and see what they are made of and will they turn into sugar for your body. And once you know that, you know what to adjust, you know what to do. And I'm going to sew one more, then I'm going to get up from here. These are the ones I need to change the blade on my rotary cutter. I have a Martelli, and I tell you, that don't look simple to me. Some people can go through the motion saying, do this and do that, and I'm like, you want to do it? Because you telling me I can't remember all that. Do this, do that. I got to be, I got to have a whole video to do it. So I can bag up, rewind, start over. And I laugh and say that because that's who I am now. And I have to work with it. I saw a beautiful quilt somewhere made out of circle y'all. Circles. And it was so beautiful and it was custom quilted. And I'm like, oh, I love to make one of those to play around with. But before I make one like that, excuse me, I want to do a full cloth, like solid color quilt with I want to do a whole cloth solid color with drawings. I want to quilt in drawings. Mm. Mhm. All right, I'm gonna have to unplug this iron now so I can get myself taken care of. Mm. All right. Okay, people. I completed that and I'm gonna stop here And when I make it back, I have to do a live on at Stitches 300, which is Campbell's Creation, Learning to Quilt and Sew. Look for me then over there. Thank you. Thank you for being here. Bye. Bye now.